All right, everybody, it's your boy Genius. Got Miss Genius out at the range today. Shot a little bit of a shotgun. Is that going to affect you? Your shoulder sore? You good? All right, she's got the M&P 2.0 carry comp performance center. I have the CZ P-10C ported. Okay,
That's a mouthful.
It is, ain't it? I will just say up front, optic aside, you pick this bad boy up for somewhere around between $450 and $500 a CZ. That is. That one's gonna set you back somewhere around 8 or 9. What's the MSRP on that?
800.
Yeah, about 800 bucks on that. Okay, so we're looking at about a $300 price difference. Just want to throw that out there before we do the video. Amanda has shot both of these guns. She doesn't remember shooting this one, but I know she did shoot it. She shot this one probably about a week and a half ago.
Friday.
So, but I'd say no more than she shoots. She probably still is not intimately familiar with it. So what I like to do is get her to shoot them, because again, if you put as many rounds down range as I do in a week's time or a month's time, sometimes 3,000 rounds, you know, you kind of learn to compensate for a gun and its recoil and its recoil response. And so you find yourself choking up on it if the recoil is heavier. You find yourself just overall compensating for the gun, okay? No pun intended. And Amanda doesn't do that. So Miss Genius doesn't do that. She's gonna hold this one the same way she holds that one. There's gonna be no difference in how she holds the gun. So I think that gives you a more realistic view of muzzle rise, flippiness, recoil response, accuracy, all of those types of things than with me doing it. So that's a good way to do a comparison. Now I'm going to shoot it today as well, because it has been quite a while since I have shot the carry comp 2.0, and she doesn't know what my opinions of it are. Yes, you guys probably know because you've watched in the past, but she has no idea whether I love it, hate it. She doesn't know, okay? And I'm not going to talk anything about my opinion of either one of the guns until after she has shot and talked about it. We're going to go over a few of the specs, because I did the CZ Prime, the Canic Prime, not CZ Prime, the Canic Prime, and I did the CZ ported, and everybody wanted to see it. I mean, literal hundreds of people was asking for a comparison between those two in the comment sections. So I do it, right? And then people start saying, well, of course the CZ is going to recoil less. It's got a heavier barrel. It's overall heavier and chunkier. A more fair comparison would be the 2.0 carry comp compared to this one, okay? Well, they were pretty close in size. I can't help if one is built better than the other. It's like taking an HK, you know, VP9 or something that's very comparable to a Glock 19. I can't help if it's got a thicker barrel, if it's just overall has better metal, better parts, and just built better, okay? If it's in the same category, that's not my fault, okay? It's still a fair comparison. One still recoiled less than the other, okay? Before we get started, she's holding her phone with the Smith & Wesson 2.0. I'm holding my phone with the CZ. We are going to go over some of the height, length, weight, things of that nature. Before doing that, as always, we want to invite you to know Jesus Christ as your Savior. The literal most important decision you'll ever make in your entire existence. Take care of that today. Reach out to us in the comment section, g2tactical@gmail.com, and allow one of us to share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ with you. Or you can pick up a King James Bible, ask God humbly to reveal himself to you through his word, and I believe wholeheartedly that he will. Also consider going over supporting us on Patreon, $5, $10, $20 a month. You can cancel anytime, but until you do, it is a reoccurring charge. I upload all of the videos over there. Also, you can go to our website, which is where we're trying to push people, because we get the majority of that, like 97%, if you donate through the website. It is a one-time charge. It's not reoccurring, so if you wanted it to be reoccurring, you'd have to go on each month and donate. g2tactical.com. You click on the 3 lines up in the left-hand corner. Screen will pop down. Click on support the channel, and there'll be a name your price box. It'll be pre-inserted with $5. Wipe that out, put in there what you want to pay. Okay, we'll accept any gift from you, and it'll all be accepted with gratitude, and 100% will all go back into the channel. We're trying to get to a place where we don't have to use our personal funds to support what we do out here. and down to earth blue collar gun reviews. Okay, so I'm gonna start out telling you what my CZ. I can tell you laying them together, they look very similar in size. But either way, we're going to go over it. All right, magazine capacity on the CZ is 15. You
Mine's
do have
15.
I thought we had a 14 round mags on.
15.
You know, let me see this mag over here. I think that might be fake news. Let's see.
It says 15, bro.
Oh, it is 15. All right, all right.
You
Well,
need, you need to get them eyes checked.
You're right. I do need to get them eyes checked. So 15 and 15. However, I do have 2 mag extensions that came with this gun, allowing me to get it out to 17 if I wanted to. Okay, so capacity is the same. So the weight is 26.8 on mine.
25.4.
So this one's a little lighter. Okay, again, I can't help if the barrel in this one is 10% heavier and this is a heavier, if it is a better built gun. I don't know, we'll come to that conclusion soon enough. So 26.8 and you're at
25.4.
okay. Overall length on the CZ is 7.3 inches.
7.25.
Very, very close. Okay. The width is 1.3 on the CZ.
1.4.
Okay. Still pretty close. Barrel length 4 inches on the CZ. I think yours is 4.25 or something like that.
I don't have it. Yeah, 4.25.
Okay, 4.25 on the barrel length. So that's pretty close. A little longer on the barrel on that one. So technically it should mitigate recoil better, or certainly be more accurate. All right, so let's see.
Length.
I did the overall length. Yeah, 7.3.
7.25.
All right, I got luminescent sights on the CZ, which I like better. That one does
night sights.
have a tritium field front night sight, serrated blacked out on the rear, and I think that's about it. I think that, so they're very, very similar. So for everyone that said it was a more fair comparison in heights, weights, lengths, all of that thing, I would tend to agree. Okay, so I'm just gonna let Miss Amanda shoot the gun. Okay, not looking at muzzle rise, not looking at any of that stuff. Just get her overall feeling on shooting it, how it felt, how accurate she was with it. Okay, feeling the hand. You know, what do you think about the trigger, the sights, everything that you want to speak to concerning it. You will have to get your magazine. I have your magazines here for the CZ. They'll give you the flush fit one to be fair. Let me put my ERS in here. And again, nothing special, just shooting at the target. See what you think about the difference in how each one of them shoots. And all right, just let us know what you think. I'm ready when you are. What are you starting with? The M&P? The S&W? All right, let's do it. All right, so just do the same thing with the CZ and we'll see, we'll get your opinion on the 2 of them. You can shoot at the same target. We'll do an accuracy test here in a moment.
Let me get these sweaty palms.
Sweaty palms. You didn't put lotion on today, did you?
No, not my hands. I messed up last
Creamy,
week.
lotiony hand. Well, I get a bird's eye view standing over here to the side, and what I mean by that is there's a old pop-up camper sitting over there that my dad put over there, and I could watch the top of it where she was punching out. It almost came to the same exact spot, and there's definitely more muzzle rise on the M&P than was this one, but that's just me observing. I'm not trying to tell you what to say about it and why you said this for the CZ.
It's a more smoother shoot, the CZ
okay,
was.
so let's do, so feel in the hand. How does that, so put the slide down and tell me, no, you don't have to put the mag in, just put the slide down. You have to do that, yep.
That's pretty good. It's slim.
Okay. So this one, okay, I won't.
I don't say nothing. That's better.
Yeah, it's a little thinner.
It's
This one's
better.
actually a little thinner. You just said that in the
Yep.
specs that we done. Okay, so that one feels better.
The only thing I could say is, you know,
You don't like that stippling on the back.
I like
You
this
do like
better
the
than
texture.
this because my hands, see
Right.
how it dug in my
I
hand?
understand.
But it does feel better in your hand. I would
Right.
just have to get used
Right.
to that.
Well, no, I could put some grip tape on the back of that to fix that.
But that's got a better hold.
Some toweling grip tape. Okay, I'll give you this one. You definitely, again, we're not doing the accuracy test right now. We'll do that right now in just a second, but you definitely shot more center and a little bit tighter with the CZ. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'll spray paint both the targets. I'm going to turn them around, load up 2 more magazines, and just let you shoot for accuracy on 2 different targets here and see which one you shoot more accurate with. And then we'll do the muzzle rise thing over here, and then we'll let me do it. It might be a little lengthy video, but I want to give it a fair shake.
You just want to outshoot me.
No, not really. So I did have this on consignment, okay? I will say that now. This gun was on consignment. It has been for about 8 months, 9 months. I went and asked the lady at the FFL if I could get it back off consignment because people were asking about a review with it. She graciously allowed me to do that, charged me $20 to transfer it back into my name. Okay, but as you know, I did have some warranty issues with this gun, the slide lock on the right hand side of the gun, and something else I can't remember, but I did have some issues with the gun. But I'll talk about my thoughts on the gun. So trigger, when you were shooting, and I know sometimes that's not your forte, something you really pay much attention to, but you have any thoughts at all on the trigger?
I didn't pay attention to
Okay, she usually doesn't pay attention to stuff like that, but I can tell you this, the break on this, oh man, it is crisp. It's a beautiful break on this trigger. And the reset is actually there. You hear it? Here, let me put it up in the mic. You hear it? Yep, let's do this one right here, right fast. This is what I hate so much about this.
I can tell you holding it, I like that trigger.
$900 gun.
The roundness.
Okay, okay, break is horrible, sounds. Did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything, did you hear anything? I barely heard something. It doesn't push back on your finger, it's not tactile at all, it's just not a good trigger. Now, what was you saying about the trigger?
I like the, on my finger, I like the shape of this round.
Oh, so you like the curvature of that one. Mm-hmm. So just the curvature of the trigger, but not speaking to its break or reset.
To its break or nothing, no,
so we're going to do that, and we're going to get the targets painted and let you shoot for accuracy, and then we'll talk more about it. All right, so she's going to start with the M&P like she did before. She's going to be on this target here to see what you got. All right, let's do the same thing with the CZ. Let's do the same thing with the CZ, and we'll bring it over here on this target, and then we'll talk about your thoughts. All right, let's turn around and talk about it. I'm enjoying my cigar as I do, but so I get a bird's eye view back here getting to watch it while she's shooting the gun. And what I got to see is that she continually was adjusting her grip on the M&P. And even though that is not as tight as you have shot with this gun, it was certainly more tighter than it was over here. And you uncomfortably continue to keep adjusting your grip on the M&P for some reason. Like every other round, you were choking up on it and readjusting your grip. You didn't really seem to be doing that with this one. So would you say that the recoil is less on the CZ or more?
It's less on the CZ.
So it's a smooth operator, isn't it?
Yeah, smooth, yeah.
So it's yeah, and I could tell that just by watching you shoot it. Like you said, you kept adjusting your grip on the gun, and I think that's because, you know, it's just a little bit more snappy overall. So I'm gonna point the camera towards the woods. I'm gonna let you put the gun out in front of the camera and just we'll just watch the
Okay.
recoil to see if the folks can tell if one's better than the other.
All right.
All right, we're gonna start out with the M&P. See what you got. Let's roll. All right, let's swap out. Give you this one. See what you got on that one. The difference is insane from what I can see, but we'll let the people be the judge. What do you think?
Oh, this has got less recoil.
Yeah, it looks that way. All right, trying to expedite the video, but I am going to shoot it. It has been a lot. I shot this a lot. I did a pretty extensive, actually several different videos on this gun. Even did a follow-up to it. So I've probably put close to 1,000 rounds to this gun. So I'm pretty familiar with the gun. Going to try to expedite it by simply just shooting, alternating between these targets. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the CZ. And then I'll do my own accuracy test between the two. And I will give my very fair assessment on which one that I think is better. Shooting wise, you know, again, this gun has been reliable. It's not had any feeding issues or malfunctions in that way. It had that situation where the slide lock on the right side here, when you pulled the trigger back, it would go up and cause the slide to lock back on a half full mag. And there was something else. I'll have to go back through my file because I had to make a file for all the QC issues with the Smith & Wesson. I have to go back and see something else it went back for, or actually they sent me a part that broke. I can't remember. But either way, well, let's just shoot it and shut up, right? I mean, it's a fun little gun to shoot. I mean, I'll give them that. You know, it is a fun little gun to shoot. I mean, if it had a better trigger, I think I would be more enamored with it for sure. But the trigger is atrocious. And for anyone that says that it's the best trigger in the, yeah, listen, and you've been depraved of good triggers. I mean, that's just a fact. I'm not trying to be ugly. That's truthful. I mean, the CZ is just a fun gun to shoot. The P-10C overall is just a fun gun to shoot. I never come out here thinking for a second that the M&P would be out. Now, but that being said, though, I do like the look of the M&P 2.0 carry
nice.
comp. I really do. I like the overall look of it. I do actually like the feel in the hand. I don't mind the texturing. If you do carry this inside of your pants pointed at your junk, it will rub you raw because it is very sticky or sandpapery, if you will. But I do like how it feels in the hand overall. Let's see. With the magazine in there, I don't really get too much of an extension, but overall it fits me well. You know, I don't have a problem with that. It shoots good. It was accurate. I don't hate the gun for sure. In fact, I was trying to give it a chance. I did a video saying, give me some options for replacing the trigger, but when I found out I was going to have to pay a gunsmith to do it because I didn't want to accept the challenge, I just decided not to. But overall, I do like it. I've just had a lot of issues, QC issues with Smith & Wesson, but I'm telling you, I know everybody's going to say you're a CZ fanboy. That's the reason. It's not true. It's not true. And you're going to find out one day when there's a gun that performs better than the CZ that is just not true. I'm going to speak the truth. And I know that Miss Amanda's going to speak the truth because if anything, she would like to disagree with me, if anything. So
Well, really, you could just hand me both of them guns and not tell me the name of it, and then I'd pick
you
one.
still would have picked the CZ,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying,
So
'cause
anyway,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna do an accuracy test right quick, and we'll wrap up the video. I know it was kind of lengthy. I do apologize. So let's stop the camera, spray paint the targets, and do that. Amanda said you could have just gave me the gun, and because it's black, and I would have thought it was the same gun. I wouldn't have known no difference. But so like I said, it's very genuine when it comes from her. This time I'm going to start out with the CZ on this target, and then I'll go over with the S&W on the
oh,
other
wait
target.
a minute. Do this S&W on the same one I did, so it's fair.
Is that what you want to do?
I said, yeah,
All
you
right,
keeping
we'll
it
do
fair,
that.
because I ain't going to have no excuses on why
I'll
I
do the
beat
S
you.
and dub on this one. That's fine. It's no problem. See what we
Keeping it
got
real,
here.
buddy. Oh.
Okay, so
You missed one and tore my target up.
I did miss two actually and tore your target up, but
Your tight's bigger.
that's
Yeah.
a good cluster.
Yeah,
That's a
you-
good
yeah,
cluster. And
you
let me
beat-
say something about me double tapping or inadvertently pulling that trigger twice. When you shoot as much as I do, you feel for the reset. I'm sorry. You know, everybody can say what they want to say, like, you know, that's baloney in a defensive situation. If you want to turn it around to this other target, that's fine. In a defensive situation, you know, the reset and all that baloney's not going to matter, yada, yada, yada. And maybe so, maybe that's true. But when you run 3,000 rounds down range every year or every month, you can't help it, okay? When you feel a trigger reset on your finger and it's very pronounced, you're hunting for that. So when you feel that, you know to pull the trigger. I can't find the reset on the S&W. The trigger is atrocious. I'm sorry, it's just horrible, okay? For an $800 gun, and at the time I bought that one, it was actually more, they could have given a way, way better trigger. There's better triggers in $175 SARs. I'm sorry, it's just a fact, okay? So I'm gonna do the P-10C on this one and we'll wrap up the video. Sorry about all the yakking there. I think I hit the same spot
Show
about
off as
16 times.
usual.
Huh?
Show off as usual.
No. I'm pretty sure I hit the same spot at least 8 times. It's a little tighter group. Definitely shot better, but I'm pretty sure I shot a little faster too. Didn't double tap it because it actually has a good trigger. Either way, I know everybody's going to say, oh, he's a CZ fanboy, big shocker. He picked the CZ, but that's why I let Miss Amanda do it. And she don't know anything. She hasn't seen any of the videos that I have put up on either one of these. Well, certainly not the CZs anyway. She was with me on a couple of them, but like she said, I could have just handed her either gun, not even told her what it was, and she still, what are you picking?
CZ.
Why are you picking it?
Because it's a smooth operator.
Smooth operator, okay, all right. And the CZ felt better in the hand.
Yep.
She don't like the backstrap stippling, which we already knew that. The sights are kind of, whatever. Neither here nor there. They're both about the same, really.
Right.
Has the same optic on it, essentially, the Hollison SES. So it comes down to shootability. And trigger is horrible. The ergos for me is, whatever, it's not that bad. But overall, the performance is always going to go, I say always, they're going to get me for that one, ain't they? The performance definitely goes, as you can see, to the CZ. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, on this beautiful day, to God only be the glory.